Hello and welcome to Finance Foodie. I am Catherine. I'm going to be your host, and I am so looking forward to going on this journey with you as we discover food and health, and we talk about the different ways that food is great for us, some things that we need to consider, and also how you can start making those changes in your life. Today, we're going to explore one of the most popular inventions from the 20th century that most American homes now come standard with, the microwave. From its sweet origin story to perfect popcorn, we'll discuss how it came to be, how it's evolved, and other health implications that you might want to consider. And I get it, we're all curious about things regarding our health, but actually digging through the history, the research, medical journals, and studies, it's not something that we think to do, which is why I really want to do it for you, and that is really the whole goal with Finance Foodie. So the story of the discovery of the microwave. It is a fascinating tale of accidental innovation and scientific curiosity. So we're going to start in the midst of World War II, where the need for advanced radar technology drove to the development of the magnetron. This magnetron device was capable of generating high frequency electromagnetic waves, and it was pivotal for radar systems used in detecting enemy aircrafts and ships. So engineers like Percy Spencer at the Raytheon Corporation were at the forefront of this research, working tirelessly to improve radar capabilities in the American military. So in 1945, which was the year that World War II ended, Percy Spencer was an engineer working for the Raytheon Corporation, and he was conducting experiments with a new vacuum tube called the magnetron. One day, while working with the magnetron, Spencer noticed something unexpected. He had a candy bar in his pocket, and when he stood near the magnetron, he noticed that it had melted. Intrigued by this phenomenon, Spencer decided to investigate it further. So he placed various food items near the magnetron and observed that they were all heating up very rapidly. And so Spencer realized that the magnetron was emitting a type of electromagnetic radiation that could cook food quickly and effectively. And this discovery led to the development of the first microwave oven. And of course, like any corporation, when they recognized the potential of Spencer's discovery, the Raytheon Corporation embarked on efforts to commercialize the microwave oven because they owned the technology and also because Spencer had proved its potential in the food industry. So in 1947, Raytheon introduced the first commercially available microwave oven, known as the Radarange. However, these early models were large. They were expensive and primarily targeted towards commercial use. So over the years, advancements in technology and manufacturing processes made microwave ovens smaller, more affordable, and obviously suitable for home use. So by the 1970s, just 25 years after that melted chocolate bar, microwave ovens had become a common household appliance, revolutionizing the way that people cooked and prepared food. So with these technological advancements over the following decades, advancements in technology and engineering led to significant improvements in the microwave oven and its design and functionality, such as the popcorn button that makes perfect microwave popcorn, the reheat button, and even defrost. Well, researchers refined the magnetron technology, developed more efficient cooking mechanisms, and enhanced safety features. These innovations made microwave ovens smaller, more affordable, and safer for widespread household use. And despite the initial skepticism and concerns about the safety and reliability of microwave ovens, consumer adoption gradually increased throughout the 1960s and 70s. But in 1980, a journal published by C. Silverman considered two studies happening at the same time. One studied the U.S. naval personnel exposed to radar or microwaves of sound, and then another was a study of American embassy personnel in Moscow. So these investigations were looking at reported or suspected adverse effects, such as ocular effects, nervous and behavioral effects, congenital anomalies, and cancer. So at this time, it was still being studied and determined if microwaves, such as radar and ovens, had the same effect on the body. So many of these studies were overreaching. However, there have been studies such as these that were so broad, and that is what aided in the hesitancy for some people to bring microwave ovens into their homes. But the microwave prevailed, and more households embraced this convenient cooking appliance. Manufacturers responded by producing a wider variety of models to suit different needs and budgets. And the widespread adoption of microwave ovens brought about significant changes in cooking habits and culinary culture, because microwave cooking offered unparalleled convenience, allowing people to prepare meals quickly and easily, to reheat their leftovers, and defrost frozen foods in a fraction of time required by traditional methods. And this newfound efficiency transformed the way people approached meal preparations, and it influenced the types of foods people consumed. So today, the microwave oven is often seen as an indispensable appliance found in millions of households worldwide. Its evolution from a military technology to an ambiguous kitchen appliance reflects the ingenuity of inventors like Percy Spencer and the transformative power of innovation. And the microwave's legacy extends beyond its practical utility, symbolizing the intersection of science, technology, and everyday life. But how do microwave ovens actually work? So microwave ovens use a form of electromagnetic radiation called microwaves to heat food. And here's a simple explanation of how that works, because we need English, right? So inside of the microwave oven, there is a component called the magnetron, right? And that generates these microwaves, which are a type of electromagnetic radiation similar to radio waves, but with a higher frequency. So when you place your food inside the microwave and then close the door, the microwaves generated by the magnetron bounce around the interior of the oven. And these microwaves can penetrate through most types of materials except for metal, which is why they say never put metal in there. Most food contain water molecules, which are electrically polarized, meaning that they have positive and negative ends. And when the microwaves encounter these water molecules, they cause them to rapidly flip back and forth, aligning themselves with the alternating electric field of the microwaves. And so as the water molecules move and rotate rapidly to align with the changing electric field of the microwaves, they rub up against each other and the molecules of the food. And so we have all heard when you rub your hands together that the friction generates heat, and that's how it heats your food. So unlike traditional cooking methods that heat food from the outside in, microwaves are going to heat from the inside out. So typically they say it's more uniform because it heats the water molecules evenly throughout the food, and this results in a faster, more efficient heating with less risk of overcooking the outer layers. But we all know that there are times where part of it is steaming hot and then other parts are still frozen. So it just kind of depends on your microwave. The time and power settings on the microwave control how long the magnetron generates microwaves and at what intensity. So you're able to adjust these settings, allowing you to customize the heating process based on the type and quality of the food you're reheating. So overall, microwave ovens work by using microwaves to agitate the water molecules in food, generating heat quickly and efficiently to reheat your food items. And so the microwave oven has profoundly changed the way that society heats and prepares its food since its earliest introduction to the modern day versions. So we're going to go over some of the ways that microwave has influenced societal habits and food preparation. The microwave is able to heat food quickly and efficiently. Compared to the traditional methods such as stovetop cooking or oven baking, microwaves can significantly reduce cooking times, making meal preparation more convenient, especially for busy individuals and families. And microwaves often offer unparalleled convenience. They allow users to quickly reheat leftovers, defrost frozen foods, and cooked prepackaged meals with minimal effort. And this convenience factor has transformed the way people approach meal preparation, reducing reliance on cooking methods and simplifying everyday kitchen tasks. And people view microwaves as incredibly versatile appliances that can be used for a wide range of cooking tasks. So, like heating and reheating, microwaves can steam vegetables, cook rice, bake potatoes, and even make popcorn. And this versatility has expanded the culinary possibility for home cooks, enabling them to experiment with new recipes and cooking techniques. There's also this idea that they're more energy efficient compared to conventional cooking appliances such as stoves and ovens, because they use electromagnetic waves to heat food directly, whereas traditional cooking methods rely on heating elements that heat the surrounding air. And this can result in energy savings over time, making microwaves a more environmentally friendly option for cooking. And over time, advancements in microwave technology have led to the development of more sophisticated, feature-rich microwave ovens. And modern microwaves often come equipped with programmable settings and sensor cooking and convection cooking modes, which allows users with a greater control and then flexibility in using their microwave. So while the microwave has undoubtedly brought many positive changes in the way we cook and we prepare food, it's important to acknowledge a lot of the negative impacts associated with it throughout history. And we're going to start with the health concerns. There have been ongoing debates and concerns about the potential health risks associated with microwave cooking. And in 2010, there was an animal study published by G. Geldar and S. Nasfi. And they saw an increase of endocrine disorders that may be correlated to the increased exposure of electromagnetic fields from various instruments such as the radiation leakage from the microwave oven, and it could be harmful for users. And ladies have the highest levels of contact with microwave ovens, especially with heating rice packs for our period, reheating coffee or tea we forgot about, warming up our meals for ourselves and our families, and so on. So this study was carried out to evaluate the effect of radiation leakage from the microwave oven on body weight, cortisol, and thyroid hormones, because they were seeing an increase of this in women. So for the study, they took 20 adult female mice that were randomly divided in control and test groups. And so they exposed the test group to microwaves produced by a microwave oven 3 times a day for 30 minutes each. And I do want to remind you that they're looking for long-term effects. And of course, people aren't generally chilling in front of a microwave for long periods. But with mice having such a short lifespan in comparison to humans, they had to increase their exposure. So if you think about it, there's a pretty good chance that you spend close to 30 minutes near or in front of a microwave waiting for your food per week. So going back to the study, after 60 days, the body weights of both the groups were determined and blood was collected. So cortisol levels and thyroid levels were elevated in that test group. So they found that the results was that radiation leakage from the oven showed a variation and changed the test group's body weight and cortisol levels. So they noticed that the cortisol levels were significantly increased in the test group compared to the control group. So overall, what they found that the microwaves leaked from the oven decreased the body weight and increased T4 and cortisol levels, and therefore do have a negative health effect. In 2024, a journal article in the proceedings of the 2024 International Conference on Control, Instruction, Energy, and Communication, or CIEC, looked at how microwave ovens change the molecular structure of food particles and deteriorate the food value, making them potentially hazardous compared to induction cookers. And the interaction between the microwave emission and food molecules changes the molecular structure of the food particles and also deteriorates the food value. So on the other hand, on the induction cooker, only heat radiation is generated. So the heat produced in the base of metal of an induction cooking pan is generated by the flow of eddy current, and it's transferred to the food via conduction process. So essentially what they find was that an induction cooker is just better to heat your food, and it's also more cost effective than a microwave oven. And another study in 2014 was another animal study published by the Journal of Advances in Biology, where they looked at microwave radiation and how it has adverse effects on liver function, leading to a histological and physiological impairment in mice. And the microwave has attracted a great deal of attention due to its increased usage in occupational environment, which leads to a large number of publications regarding health hazards of the microwave. So the aim of the research was to investigate the biological effects of microwave heated food on the blood and organs of the experimental mice. And the present study has one goal, and that's to evaluate the effects of feeding on microwave heated food. So these evaluations were done on male Swiss albino mice. Some of them were 1 month and some of them were 3 months. So all of the results of the albumin and the bilirubin showed that an elevation in the levels of the two parameters, the protein concentration was decreased. And so it showed a decline, which can lead to physiological disturbances. And so what they were able to prove is that the microwave radiation had adverse effects on liver functions, and that led to histological and physiological impairment. The other thing that needs to be considered is that the rise of microwave has increased the promotion of processed foods, because the convenience and speed of microwave cooking has contributed to the popularity of processed and prepackaged foods designed for microwave heating. And these convenience foods are often high in sodium, preservatives, and additives, which have a negative implication for our health, including obesity, heart disease, and other chronic conditions. And I'm going to deep dive into those in another video, so be on the lookout for when those come out. So while microwave ovens are generally more energy efficient than traditional cooking appliances, their widespread use still contributes to energy consumption, and that has an environmental impact, because the manufacturing, packaging, and disposing of microwave ovens and other related products can generate waste and consume resources, contributing to carbon emissions and environmental degradation. And the rise of the microwave cooking has led to cultural shifts in food habits and consumption patterns. This has increased reliance on convenience foods, and microwave-ready meals may contribute to a decline in home cooking skills, a loss of culinary traditions, and a disconnect from the sources of our food. And this can also have a broader implications for our health, our culture, and our community well-being. And while the convenience and efficiency of microwave cooking have led to decreased reliance on traditional cooking methods, such as stovetop cooking, baking, and grilling, microwaves offer convenience. They may also lead to a loss of the culinary diversity and appreciation for traditional cooking techniques, which are really valued for their cultural significance and connection to heritage. Then there's also the improper use of microwave ovens because they can pose safety risks, including potential burns, fires, and electrical hazards. Microwave ovens can also cause uneven heating and hot spots in food, leading to the risk of burns, foodborne illness if not handled and cooked properly, which was something that I had mentioned earlier. There's also the increase in use of single-use microwavable packaging and containers. And this has contributed to waste generation and environmental pollution. Disposable, microwave-safe containers, trays, and packaging materials end up in landfills where they take years to decompose, and they contribute to pollution and environmental degradation. So in 2022 journal, exposure to micro and nanoplastic particles is linked to various cancers, including liver cancer, pancreatic cancer, and biliary tract cancer. So that's the cancer that develops in the bile ducts. And the bile ducts are small tubes that connect the liver, gallbladder, and small intestine. And so they need to carry bile in there, and it helps break down fats. So biliary tract cancer is the second most common type of primary liver cancer. Nowadays, micro and nanoplastic particles can be found in almost everywhere, being especially harmful for humans. So their absorption is primarily via inhalation and digestion route. So this could lead to particularly dangerous accumulation of those substances within the human body. And due to the alarming increase in contamination worldwide and extensive production of plastics and synthetic materials, there is an urgent need to investigate the effects of these substances on human health. And so far, it has been observed that nano and microplastics might be extremely harmful, leading to serious health conditions, such as cancers of various human body systems. But they have already been reported to be potential carcinogenic and mutagenic substances that might cause DNA damage, leading to carcinogenesis. The effects of micro and nanoplastic exposure on human health are currently being investigated intensively to establish clear relationships between those substances and the health consequences. But it has been observed that there is a definite correlation between the exposure of macro and nanoplastic particles and the onset of several cancers. So we have conducted research using PubMed, Web of Science, and Scopus databases, searching for all of the research papers devoted to cancers that could be potentially related to the subject of exposure to nano and microplastics. And we also have to consider, where are we being exposed to these plastics? Because a lot of them are going to be the plastic lining of our microwave safe containers, and also the plastic plates that we're being told to put them on. In a 2023 study, microwave heating and long-term storage of plastic containers and reusable food pouches released the highest amount of microplastics and nanoplastics into our food, potentially harming our human health. And this study investigated the release of microplastics and nanoplastics from plastic containers and reusable food pouches under different usage scenarios. So they used DI water and a 3% acetic acid as food stimulants. The results indicated that microwave heating caused the highest release of microplastics and nanoplastics into food compared to other usage scenarios, such as refrigeration or room temperature storage. And it was found that some containers could release as many as 4.22 million microplastic and 2.11 billion nanoplastic particles from only 1 square centimeter of plastic area within 3 minutes of microwave heating. Refrigeration and room temperature storage for over 6 months can also release millions to billions of microplastics and nanoplastics. So the polyethylene-based food pouch released more particles than polypropylene-based plastic containers. Exposure modeling results suggested that the highest estimated daily intake was 20.3 for infants drinking microwaved water and 2.1 a day for toddlers consuming microwave dairy products from polypropylene containers. So, an in vitro study conducted to assess the cell viability showed that the extracted microplastics and nanoplastic released from the plastic container can cause the death of 76.70 and 77.18% of the human embryonic kidney cells. So, what does this mean? This means that it's attacking the cells in your kidney, and they're just going to sit there. So overall, while the microwave has brought about many conveniences and benefits, it's essential to consider and address the potential and negative impacts associated with using a microwave. So how are some of the ways that you can start making a difference for your health? Because I'm not going to tell you to just toss your microwave, but maybe consider the containers that you're using to heat your microwave meals in, such as using glass containers or plates that don't leak microplastics into your food. Give your food time to rest after taking it out of the microwave so that the excited molecules can chill out before you eat them. Or even try to reduce your usage of the microwave by purchasing foods that don't need heating or that can be heated on a stovetop. I totally understand that completely cutting out microwave usage might not be available to everyone, while there are others that are ready to just put it on the curb. But understanding the health implications backed by ongoing health and science professionals is the first step in helping you to live a healthier life. So the discovery of the microwave oven by Percy Spencer not only revolutionized the food industry, but also had a significant impact on society as a whole. It introduced a whole new level of convenience and efficiency in cooking, allowing people to prepare meals quickly and easily, and it paved the way for further advancements in microwave technology. So while the microwave oven has revolutionized the way society heats and prepares food, offering an unparalleled convenience, speed, and versatility in the kitchen, we do have to consider what the repercussions of that might be. I want to thank you so much for joining me today on Finance Foodie. I appreciate your time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.